Hello BCom students. Last time we have finished your topics. Okay. Introduction of languages. This we finished. History of C language finished. Second topic, third topic, basic structure we finished. Okay. So today we are going with this topic, flowcharts and algorithms. So this topic we will discuss later, programming rules. Right. So today's topic is flowcharts and algorithms. Right, flowcharts and algorithms. So in computer programming, okay, whenever you want to write the programs by using certain languages, C, C++, Java or any other language, okay, the program, for example, program to verify Aadhaar number. When we are going for bank, our Aadhaar number will be verified, account number will be verified within the bank. So like that, when you are giving inputs, right, a certain process will be done and will have output. So this is done by programming. Before writing the programming, right, there is a concept called algorithm writing. Okay, what we have to do before writing the program, as a beginner we should first write the algorithm. Then that algorithm will be represented with a flow chart. Okay, flow chart means what? Picture or graph format, picture format, diagram format for the program. Okay, so algorithms and flow charts are the powerful tools for learning programming. So for beginners, how to write a program means first we should use two main concepts, algorithm and flow chart. So they are the tools for programmers. You may use any languages, C, C++, Java, a language, right? But you should write the algorithm first, then you should draw the flow chart. They will help to clarify all the steps for solving the problem. Means whatever program you are writing, you want to find simple interest. Okay, so principal amount, time period, rate of interest will be given as input. 10,000 rupees for 2 months at the rate of 2%. Okay, so PTR by 100 is the formula, so we'll get the simple interest. So before writing the program, we should analyze the program. Okay, so our app, we discussed app. When you are designing an app, what is the purpose of the app? How many persons are involved? What is the input? How the input will be processed and how the output will be processed. So all will be covered in the concept of algorithm. Then same will be implemented as flowchart. Okay, for example, an engineer, okay, is going to build a building, two-store building for you, builder or engineer. Okay, builder is building, so engineer will have the plan. Okay, outline of bedroom, kitchen, car parking, garden area. Okay, so with the blueprint, building plan, okay, the mason and other persons will be developing the will be constructing the house. So here also algorithm is nothing but the basic plan for the program. So for example, I will show an example how the algorithm will be there. Okay, for example, if you want to add two numbers, a plus b, you want to perform a 5, b 10. So 10 plus 5 we have to perform. 10 plus 5, 15. Okay, before that, before writing the program, so like a step-by-step procedure, we'll divide the program. Okay, for example, start, declare variables number 1, number 2, read the input values, add number 1 to number, and store in somewhere and display some like this. Okay, so like this, the step-by-step procedure is called algorithm. So what is algorithm? This is add two numbers entered by the users, any two numbers. Step 1, step 2, reading values, adding one number to the number, storing the result. So this is called algorithm. Okay, flow chart. For example, flow chart, same program. For example, okay, see, start. So here some symbol, here some symbol, here some symbol. Okay, so this is different, this is different. Okay, same program, same steps will be transmitted, transformed, changed into flow. So this is called flow chart. So before learning flow chart, before learning writing algorithms, okay, we'll discuss what are the basics. So flow chart and algorithm. Addition of two numbers, I have shown the algorithm. This is the flow chart. Okay, so let's go back. Algorithms and flowcharts are the tools for programmers. So every program, first it will be decomposed into small steps. It will be summarized as small steps. That is called algorithm. Later, that algorithm, that step-by-step procedure will be converted into the flowchart. Right. So first we'll discuss algorithm. Next, flowcharts. The word algorithm means a process or set of rules to be followed. Okay, algorithm means what? A process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or problem solving. So means any program, any app, right? So algorithm will be involved. So algorithm means process, set of rules. According to computer science, an algorithm is a step-by-step analysis of the program or process, while flowchart explains the steps of a program in a graphical way. Okay, normally both are same, but algorithm will have steps, description by step description, and flowchart will have the graphical way, symbols, everywhere symbol there. Algorithm level steps untai, all descriptions. Here flowchart will consist of, for example, in 10th class you may be learning set theory. A union B, A intersection B. A union B we could do mathematically with the sets. A union B we could show with diagrams, Venn diagrams. So same thing, step by step description algorithm, and the same algorithm will be represented with a picture. Then it is called flowchart. Okay, so again we are showing what is required for algorithm means input, then set of rules, steps will be described by the programmer. We should write in the RAS column. We should write the program step by step analysis. Then computer program will be designed, will get the output. So algorithm means what? Next. So here one more example. I have given building example. Here cooking recipe, biryani or any other. Okay, any one curry or one recipe. Okay, we'll have a menu first, items required, the quantity, then the process, then finally we'll cook the item. So directly cooking is not possible. Okay, this is not for fun, for your understanding. General example, recipe chart. Recipe means, for example, you want to prepare a milkshake. Okay, so certain items, milk, custard powder, okay, fruit items, okay, dry fruits, okay, so requirement, any ingredients. Next process, what to do, what next, finally we'll have the milkshake. So similarly algorithms help to do a task in programming to get expected output. So programmers ఏం చేస్తారు, algorithm రాస్తారు. The algorithm designed are language independent. You can write in your own language, English, Russia, China. Okay, so algorithm is not actual program. They are just plain instructions that can be implemented by any language. Okay, for example, you want to conduct a function in college. Okay, let us think. Okay, it is not possible nowadays. Freshers day, annual day. Okay, so first there is a plan. First booking of hall, cultural activities, meeting, okay, guest, and that planning will be there. So each group will perform their own task. Finally we'll have the program will be conducting the program. So here also we'll have the our own description, and algorithms are language independent. Okay, one algorithm can be used by any programming language. The algorithm written in your language, your own language, English, Hindi, okay, that can be translated to program like C, C++, Java, any language you can use. So there are certain characteristics for algorithm ఎలా ఉండాలి, how the algorithm should be there before solving the problem. You should not write more steps. It should be very simple and easy process. Very simple and easy process should be there, so that algorithm can be understood by any other persons. If I am writing the algorithm, you can use the same algorithm and you can write the program. So algorithm characteristics. So algorithm should be clear and unambiguous. Clear means it should be neat manner. Separate steps should be mentioned. It should be clear. And ambiguous. Ambiguity means confusion. We don't know what to do. That is called ambiguity. So unambiguous. No confusion should be there in the step-by-step procedure. What you are writing, it should be clear in your words. It may be English, Hindi, Telugu even. Okay, it should be clear. Well-defined inputs. So input should be possible. Okay. For example, date of birth, date of time. Some persons don't know date of time. Okay. So date of birth is okay. Date of time you can ignore. We cannot take input as date of time. Okay. Well-defined inputs, well-defined outputs. So inputs, output should be right. It should be possible to give the input. It should be possible to produce the output. Finiteness. Finite means it should complete somewhere. The algorithm should complete somewhere. Okay. If we are going on step by step, 100 steps, 150 steps, okay, it is very difficult. So it should be in precise small steps. You should be there and it should end somewhere. Finiteness. Okay, it should not end up in infinite loops or similar. Okay, loop means the same repetition should not be there continuously. If repeating, that is called loop. Okay, and same step you should not write. So infinite loops. Printing of your name, the name is going to print so and so and so and so on. Printing, no end. That is called loop. Infinite. So continuously the data or the output is going to be produced, the input going to be produced. So alanti loop antam. Should not there a loop. Feasible. It should be easy to understand and use. Language independent. Okay. The algorithm design must be language independent. Okay. So as I said, you can write in your own language. Okay. So that the algorithm will be implemented as a program. Okay. So advantages. Okay. Disadvantages you learn. Okay. Writing algorithm takes long time. Branching means so linking of one to other. So taking Aadhaar number and verifying with the Aadhaar server is called branching. Looping, repeating the same statements. Okay, you are entering two person's name. First enter name, father name, mother name, address. Next again enter second person's name, father name, Aadhaar number, address. So like sometimes we require some statement should be repeated. That is called loop. Branching means linking one item to other is called branching. So these are difficulties. So I have given two examples. Another example. Okay, I want to add two numbers. Okay, simple mathematics. A plus B. So internal 1 mark, internal 2 marks. For example, I am going to add. So in this manner, same steps will be followed. Same manner. You can change these instructions in your language. Okay. So for example, before going to add two numbers, this is from computers. By computer or with the help of the machine, we should add two numbers, not manually. So we start. Declare two variables. Variable means user input values are nothing but variables. According to programming, variables are the input values. Or variables will store the input values. For example, num1, num2 will be stored in the variables. Okay, display sum, result to sum. Sum and a variable result. So variables are the storage locations for input values. So declare, read 10 5, for example, add 10 to 5. Store some variable sum, add the two numbers and show the sum on the screen. Okay. So you will be having salary, for example, when you work as employee. Okay, basic pay, DA, HRA, okay, other allowances. Finally we get the 10,000 plus 12,000 plus 12,000 plus finally we get the right total salary. Stop. So as I said, finite start stop will be there. So this is first example. Okay, second example. Okay, you can write one example in exam. Okay, largest of three numbers ABC 157, which is biggest. Start, read ABC, first compare A and B, then compare A and C, then we get the A is the largest. If not, B is greater than C. Okay, so this is for greatest of three numbers. Okay, so one example is enough for you. Second little bit right big than the first. Okay, next as I said, this algorithm, same algorithms, this one and the other one will be represented as a picture format. Okay, so let us recall again. Already first discussion starting I showed same. Okay, start, input two variables 5 7 or 5 10, read the values from keyboard, add them 10 plus 5, store in one value called sum, display the sum. Num1 5, num2 10, 10 plus 5 15 will be saved in sum, that sum equal 15 will be displayed. If same algorithm is written, okay, right, or is represented as a flow chart, then it will be like this. See first this one. Start, declare variables n1 n2, number 1 number 2, read n1 n2. Okay, same you can take number 1 or n1. Shortly I have taken here n1. Okay, or you can write here num1 fully num2. Read num1 num2, store the data in sum. Okay, display sum. So here some symbols are there. This is a rounded rectangle, this is rectangle, this is parallelogram, this is parallelogram, this is parallelogram, sorry, this is parallelogram, input output parallelogram. Okay, so you should know the symbols so that we could write the, okay, here symbols are given for you, no problem, which symbol we have to take. Before that, what is a flowchart? Flowchart is a graphical representation of algorithm. Same algorithm, the step by step description will be right converted as a picture format. Flowchart is a graphical representation of algorithm. Programmers often use it as program planning tool for solve a problem. Sir, already step by step description is there. Why we had write the flowchart again? Means in picture it is very clear while going for the steps. Long steps are there. It is very difficult to read each and every step. Whenever it is graphical format, you can easily understand. As I said, A union B diagram is very useful other than writing the sets, A set, B set and writing the final set. But whereas A union B graph is there, it is very easy in mass set theory. So the various symbols used in flowcharts are, so terminal symbol, okay, so this is a start stop symbol or starting and compulsory symbol, oval symbol is used to indicate the start and stop of the algorithm or program. Next, second symbol, parallelogram. What is the purpose of parallelogram? Input output. When you want to write the input output, parallelogram is used. Parallelogram, cross rectangle. Any processing like sum equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, average is greater than 70. Finding average, A plus B plus C. Whatever calculations are there, that will be there in the processing box. What this box? Rectangle. Okay, all the processing, adding, subtracting, multiplication, division, program logic will be there here. Okay, so this box is called rectangle process box. So three symbols. And decision making, when you want to compare A and B, first person marks, second person marks, comparison, we use rhombus, diamond symbol or rhombus symbol. It will give answer yes, no or true. So yes one side, no one side. Next, connectors. When big program is there, we could use small circles to connect the symbols, and flow lines. So flow of lines, I'll show flow of lines. Flow of lines means, so these lines, arrow marks are nothing but flow of lines. Okay, we don't require connector here, small programs these are. Okay na? And see, whenever input read, write, read, display, you should use parallelogram. Okay na? So see, round rectangle, start rectangle, read parallelogram, process rectangle, display. So please remember, read, write or read, display, use parallelogram, cross. Okay na? So be clear. And this is for first program, sum of two numbers. So second algorithm, in our example, same I had taken. Start, declare. So read parallelogram, round a rectangle, rectangle, parallelogram. Decision making is A is greater than B, true. If it is true, it will be compared with A and C. False, B and C will be compared. True, print B is big, else print C is big. Okay, so this is called a flow chart for the, okay, so it is very easy, right? Before going to conclude, okay, flow charts and algorithms are the tools for programmers. Every problem that should be solved or which is going to be solved by the computer, by the machine, is going to be, right, it should be with an algorithm writing first. Don't write the program directly, you should write the algorithm first. Next, flow chart. Then that flow chart will be considered, will be taken by the programmer, and same steps will be implemented as the program. Okay, so algorithms, step by step procedures. So two example I am giving, addition of two numbers for algorithm, same flow chart. Greatest of three number algorithm, same flow chart is given. So one example you should learn, algorithm, flow chart, should write one example compulsory in the exam. Okay, if you have any doubts, right, you can post personally on WhatsApp, or you can call and you can ask. Okay, right, thank you.